Today in Roadcraft, we're at the tail end of the Sandswept map and running a difficult route, which may end up in the trucks going over a jump. Cool. If it works, we'll also have some power lines to run and a huge scrapyard to clear out. Let's go. Guys, so today here in Roadcraft, we're on the Sandswept map still. We made quite a bit of progress, even more since yesterday. We're getting near the end. And today we have us something legitimately hard. I think this is going to be hard, and it looks like I might be making it harder, especially now that I look where I have those 2 waypoints. See those 2 waypoints in the distance there? I'm meaning to make a road in between those. Let me explain why. So let's have a look at our objectives here. We only have 1 right now. No side objectives, only 1 objective. This is it. We're in 70-something% of the way through the map, so this could be one of the last things, and it's a difficult route. When you look at it, notice it has a red tire in the upper right-hand corner. It's a difficult route. They want us to go from the desert base, and maybe you've done this. If you've done this, please in the comments down below, share your route and if you approve of what I'm doing here. So what we're going to do is we got to go from here. I'll show you what we're doing. We're going to go from here to, why am I not saying it? Sorry, right here. Yeah, right here. So we're going from desert base to right here. It's obviously a long trip to do so. We're going to cut up this mountain. I'm determined to do it. Let me explain why. So when we look at this here, I've run these routes. You can see the routes I've run out of the desert base, and I know that these are good. So I know that this road here is good. In fact, I've got the Corellian parked here. I'm going to show you where we're going. This route here is where I used to run to the repair shop, the steel beams mill, and etc. like that. This is all good. So I know that this road is good here, or traversable at least, depending on what vehicle they give us. And then I look at this and I see, well, this kind of runs on, like this here kind of runs on this network of roads. And over here, kind of these network of roads. What connects them? Well, one thing, I see this little switchbacky path here. And I'm like, this little switchback here up the hill, it doesn't look that bad from down here. But it does get a bit worse when we get there. In fact, if we follow through with this, we're going to be taking our route over a jump, which I'm absolutely down for that. So let me show you that. So tell me what you guys think. If you ran this a different way, there's longer, safer ways we could do this, but I think this looks like it's going to be fun. So here's what we're doing. We're just down the road from our desert base where we're at right here, and this is where the road splits off. I don't go to the right. I like this path here. I've sent routes both down and up this road here, and that works fine. And down to over here, so I'll show you where our switchback cuts in. I think it's a decent way to connect this road to that one. I don't know what kind of trucks they're going to give us, but here's the thing. So before we head up this, I figured the best way we're going to do this is we're going to start by just sending this route. So I'm not going to make you wait like 20 minutes. We're going to do this right now. As soon as we drive up this, we're just going to send the route, and then we're going to see where do they get stuck at and what do we have to do to, fix it, right? So here's the switchback. So if they give us semis, it could be a problem, but it's not that tight. See, I think we could make a switchbacky road up this. I think, and if they're off-road trucks, they could bomb over this, but being toward the end of the map and having a red tire in the corner of the thing, I kind of half expect semis, but not really, you see, because if it's semis, the whole thing has to be paved, pretty much guaranteed the whole way. No, who knows, they could be that cruel. Right, so we come up here, then we'll get to the top here, and I was like, yeah, this is all working pretty good, but see, when we get to the top of the hill, whoopsie, when we get to the top of the hill up here, there's kind of a jump. And I was like, but you know what? I think it'll be fun. We'll just we'll send the route over it and see how that goes. We're saving a lot of road, though, by coming up this. And the more I look at this, I don't think this looks that bad. It looked, I think it was crazier when I thought of the idea myself. But now that I'm showing you guys, I think this is not a bad idea. And then, so then, you think the route will go over that? I think it's possible. I think the route might go over that. How will the AI handle that? Well, we're going to find out. So, first thing we're going to do, I like to run at the HUD off, but we're going to, whoops, I accidentally changed my language to Chinese. That'd be something, wouldn't it? All right, so we're going to turn the HUD on for a moment because we're going to want to use some special vehicle functions. So we do want to send the route first and see where they're going to get hung up at so we know. Yeah, we are. Yeah, so why don't we do that? I was going to go ahead and get the service vehicle out here, but why don't we go ahead and... well, we're going to have to draw the route. Yeah, but Where am I? I got disoriented here. Sometimes it does that. There we go. Oh, now I see where we're at. I think our Lynx is parked down here. Is it? It is. All right, we're going to follow the route with this. We're going to get this fired up. We're going to follow the route with our Lynx. Whoops. I didn't mean to activate that. I meant to shift out of low gear, but oh, that contextual thing that pops up is so annoying. I can't shift out of low gear until I get out of the contextual trigger. Darn it. Come on. Oh, this is... Oh, parking brake would help if I turn that off. There we go. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Let's get this in a position where we can follow the route. There's one thing I wanted to do. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to turn this back off so we can... we don't need that. Okay, we're going to set the route first. So, plot route, start plotting. All right, so we're going to go down this road because, yeah, this road works. This road's good. So we're going to follow this. If they could send anything down here, if they send semis, well, I guess if they send semis, we kind of just know that we're just going to have to pave the whole thing, like right off the bat. It's kind of a guarantee. We want to turn this way, yeah. Turn down this. That'll work. Okay, right here, we're going to split off of this. I don't like that tight turn right there. Besides, we're totally fine because I've even had routes go up this hill. So we're totally fine going down this hill here. Now up here is where we split off on our little switchback. Yeah, here's our switchback. All right, so what we're going to do is... we're going to go for it up this. If it's off-road trucks, they'll climb it. But the thing is, you know, this is one of the later maps in the game, and we are near the end of its progress, I feel. Convoys are getting more complicated with more of different kinds of trucks in them. A lot of times the first initial convoy that's sent out will have 5 or so trucks in it of varying types. So this could be interesting. We're going to hop in the Lynx. We're going to follow them out there as they do this. See where they get hung up so we know what we have to fix where. This is the runway up to our jump here. This should be fun to watch. Although it's going to be a minute for them to make it here. Yeah, it will plot over that. It will indeed. All right. So let's send them and let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of vehicles we get here. All right. First we got us a pickup truck, it looks like. And next we got us an off-road truck. Go ahead and hop in our Lynx here. All right, so we got us an off-road truck. We got us... We'll go behind this guy. We'll follow this guy down there. There's likely semis or something behind these guys. If there are, they're cooked. They ain't making it, you know. These guys have a good chance of making it, though, so we're going to follow them. Anything else coming? No, did we really luck out? A pickup truck and 2 off-road trucks. You know, the first initial run is the most difficult because that's where you get the most and the most varied vehicles, right? In the following runs of this route, there may be random vehicles, but we can, as we've seen in previous episodes, we can cancel it, restart it to get different trucks, you know. So, like for instance, I think the off-road trucks will straight up just own this route. In which case, my whole video today, you know, yesterday's video was like super easy, right? We knocked out like seemingly hard objectives really easily. Watch this just gets wiped away too and becomes super easy. That'd be silly, wouldn't it? Well, so yeah, with the further trips down this route, if we don't like the trucks we get, we can just reset it till we get these off-road trucks. I think these guys will do good. We could meet these guys further up the road here. Yeah, actually, we can. Let's park this over here, because I'm not 100% nothing else is coming. Where's our Corellian? Didn't we park it up here? Yeah. Let's see if we can meet the... Let's observe from up here if we can. There's the jump, as it were, that they'll be going over. Alright, so here comes the pickup truck. Man, they're charging right up this. They're charging right up this. Yeah, so I'm curious to see how they handle this. That right there could be problematic. Even the off-road trucks will... Oh, wow. That guy didn't even try, did he? You know what? I bet it was one of the off-road trucks further back that failed it. Yeah, because that guy didn't even try. Okay, so we've got a failure point somewhere. Let's check it out. Yeah, and unfortunately, I didn't see what it was because I wasn't down there. No worries. Let's hop. It's right where the switchback turnoff is. It's probably something minor then, I think. Let's hop in the links. And let's go check it out here. Let's go check out what this could be. We're going to want to do some road work. I mean, come on. That was, that'd be crazy if that all went without a hitch. That would have been a crazy route. Let's see what we got. Those were off-road trucks. Those things are tough. You think he just kind of got... I don't know. You know, that's a pretty straightforward path right there. I want to see what happened. So we're going to do we're going to call a mulligan on this. One sec. Let's make sure that the this thing's off the route, right? Yeah. Let's see if we can see what's going on down here. Okay, that guy went right up it. But he wasn't the one. It was this one. It was this front vehicle here. What's his malfunction? Okay. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it there. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Just cancel that. And let's see what we can do about that. Could just be an issue of, here. I mean, it honestly could be this easy. What? Well, let me move it. Why is it? Oh, never mind. It's red because, yeah, I'm stupid. We're good. We're good. We'll move this a little bit over, keep him off that rock. Could it be that simple? Let's see here. Pickup truck is fine. Here comes the off-road trucks. Big dualies. I don't know what you call them. Deuce and a half. I just call them off-road trucks. Yeah, they're charging right up this. A lot of it does hinge on what the next vehicles are that it gives us, you know. If it sends a semi down the road, well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, now for the fun part here. For the fun part, we're sending a route over a jump. But it's the most efficient way to get to the delivery point. Okay, so right there, that could get really dug in. Yeah, that could get really dug in. I already checked. There is no quarry coverage here, but we do have a mobile quarry right down at the bottom of that hill over there. We can just bring over here and we'll have some quarry coverage. Oh yeah, look at that. We got some Baja action out here on the trail. Whoops, I didn't mean to delete my marker. I'm trying to spectate. Spectate, there we go. How do you think this guy will handle it? If he gets through this, yeah. Guys, this is, I think we found us a winning route here on Sandswept. Supposing this guy, likes our little rallycross action here. Let's see. Yeah, no complaints from him. Oh. Hey, what'd I tell you? These trucks are capable. These trucks are capable. Whoops. Yeah, I meant to hop in the Corellian. Yeah. Took it like a champ. Well, there's the initial run of it done. Of course, this thing takes it fine. This thing loves to go off jumps. I knew this thing would take it fine. Speaking of which, you want to see a crazy jump? Yeah, there's a I love it driving this thing. This thing's a blast to drive because of its low center of gravity. It's really wide and short. You can take this off some really cool little bumps. Like, where did I drive it down? Was it right here? I drove it down this whole mountain. And yeah, this thing's got no complaints, just off-roaded down the entire mountain. Oh, here we go. Here's a challenge for the scout vehicle. Look at this thing. It's like a cat. This thing's like a cat. This is yeah, this is pretty cool. So anyway, let's enough goofing around here. Let's check our I think I because the HUD was hidden, I lost some info. I mean, I don't see everything that's on there, but it looks good for the video, right? So anyway, check it out. So 10 trucks left. Now, on a comment on the previous video, someone said that it shows the remaining time until the next truck is sent. I didn't see that, and you know, looking at this, I still don't see it. Is another one already on the way? Oh yeah, we've already sent another one. That could be why I don't see it. What do we got? Off-road truck? Yeah, off-road truck. Well, guys, this ended up being way easier than, you know, I was ready to bring the service vehicle out here and start calling out paving equipment. You know, I thought I was going to pave a switchback up this hill or something. And the other objectives, like the objectives I showed that we still had at the end of yesterday's video, like running power up here, also super easy. It was super easy. The power station's just like right on the other hill, and you could seriously just run a straight line with it. Like, actually, this all ended up being like way too easy for as late in the game as we are, because there's been a lot of harder objectives. But we're getting by with some, that's cool. Let me get away with that. That's just awesome. All right, so that should be all good to go. Let's have a look at our objectives. Restore the municipal power station infrastructure, electricity. Let's check it out. Okay, so right there. Now at this point, we've got electricity pretty much mostly kind of everywhere. How do we get electricity there? Okay, let me get my map facing north so I have my bearings. Well, we're going to have to run the power probably from where we're at right here. Yeah, let's see. Now, I like to avoid the roads if I can. What do you think? I think down here, just kind of marking them as I see them. Oops. I got a marker down here. I want to kill this so we don't. Yeah. I think those there to right here, right? And we can follow this road. We're not using that road, right? No, we're not using that road. We can follow that road. We've already run those routes. Yeah, I got no issues following that road. If we got to make a route over it, then we got to make a route over it. I've made routes over power lines before. I say we rip through this and finish this map. Man, today was going to be hard, too. Like, I was sure that path was going to give me a challenge, you know? Right, so we need to get our power cable laying vehicle out there. What's the fastest way there? Honestly, I think from the desert base, just following the route that we literally just set. So we'll just call our little guy back here. Then we'll just head out there. All right, let's see if our power cable layer can climb up this. I mean, we may as well. We're going up there, right? So let's take it the fun way. I mean, we're sending the trucks up there, so let's take our own equipment. Let's just make sure they're not coming up behind us. This truck right here. So when, you know, maybe I'll include this in my tips video. I do have a tips video coming up. And although, yeah, I'm over 100 hours in the game now, but I want to make sure I have really good, solid tips to make a guide video for this game. And a lot of you guys have helped contribute to that with your comments, which I appreciate. One tip I would have, and I'm going to remember to put this in the guide, is this right here. I think this is a truck you want to upgrade. As in, when I say upgrade, I mean from rusty to the painted version like I have. I think this is one of the first ones that you should upgrade. See, there's a lot of tricky power cable laying routes that I've had to go up. Wait, are we going the right way with this? Am I getting lost in the sauce here? I think we need to turn here. There's a lot of tricky routes I've had to take this thing laying cables. A lot of really, you know, like I've chosen a lot of steep routes to run cables. Now, the rusty version of the vehicles, all of their stats are 1 bar lower than the regular version. I've not run this side by side with the rusty version that you start with, so I don't know like how much better this is. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of really steep and rough routes I've had to run power lines through. And the thing is, if this vehicle can't make it, then you have literally no choice because this is the only vehicle that can do what it does, right? So yeah, anyway, all that to say, long story short, this is one of the ones I would recommend if you're not sure which vehicle to upgrade. you know, to a painted vehicle or whatever you want to call it first, I would say this should be up there among them, among like maybe the first three, like I would say your grader, right? And maybe a cargo truck that you like, and then maybe this guy. Because if this thing can't get up the hill, then you can't do what you're trying to do, right? Anyway, let's see here. So we are going... Oh, I'm glad I pulled this up. So we want to look at starting about here. Right, okay, we want to look at starting about there. Let's have a look at our... Because I have my HUD off, I can't see if the route's failing or not. Let's make sure the route's... That's a different route, and that is complete. That's a route from yesterday's video. So we're going to kill that so that we don't have any failures there, giving us false positives or false whatever on the screen. What I mean is, if a route, which we've already received the rewards from, fails, then it says route failed at the top of the screen, and that may block, something that we actually need failing. So that's why, yeah, always kill off a route if you're done with it. That way you don't have its failure masking another one, because we need to see if this one fails or not. Right, that one's still running. Good. So let's head this out. I think this is going to be, I think we got us a good route here for this. Got a lot of experience running this thing. This should be no issue. There should be no issue running it here. And we'll just follow the road for the last stretch of it. I think we'll be fine. Unless, we see like a more creative way to take it when we get there. With this guy, we want to make sure driving this thing is all about watching where your tail end is. And sometimes steering it the opposite way, which is kind of awkward driving this thing. Sometimes I end up steering it the opposite way, because mostly I watch where the rear end is. Okay, now this is where we follow the road, unless I can cut a straight line through this. I'm going to look at the map, but it looks like, yeah, we could cut straight ahead, I think. Let's have a look at this. We could cut straight through this, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, is it actually going to be that easy? I mean, this will allow us to not have to follow the road, if it'll work. It might not like this rocky area. Might have to do some tricky work with the pulling it up and down a little bit. Nah. I think it's going to go straight through this. All right, so we found the way to run this cable too. Wow, this map has gone so super smooth. Yeah, look at that. This is like got practically like a highway here for us. All right, so we didn't even have to follow the road with this. All right, let's bring it home. Oh, right at the last second. Hang on. I was sensing victory, so I kind of did a little skid stop, to a halt, and it spun out of my... Seriously, how did that not bring it all the way home? We'll get it. We'll get it. Come on, we'll get it. There we go. Oh, my HUD's off, so we won't see any of the rewards or anything, but we got that. Complete task. Oh, we got to complete it in the thingy. I'm guessing it's saying, yeah. All right, confirm. Objective complete. All right, we got 2 new ones now. Clean up an area and deliver semi-truck. There we go. Now that's going to be challenging. I don't care what you say, that's going to be challenging.
I just received a task that seems like the perfect palate cleanser. How do you feel about helping promote science? The beauty is that you don't even need a PhD for this one. Just bring a truck of supplies and some generators to an archaeological dig nearby.
Archaeological dig. All right.
You know what? I think you really nailed that last task. Just like all the others so far, before you arrived, this place was cut off from the world. Had no water and no electricity either. And look at it now. Well, still not much of a looker, but you really resuscitated it. Feel the accomplishment yet? Sometimes it's delayed. Don't know about you, but I could really use a weekend poolside with one of those little umbrellas in my drink.
All right, so...
I can almost see the end of the task list now. How about making it a real home run? I know you're up to it.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's kill these markers. We don't need excess markers on our screen. Right, so I say let's jump into this semi-truck. This is sure to pose a problem. These are never as easy as it seems, never ever. But what's great about these is we are driving the truck, so yeah, we don't have to watch the stupid AI crash into things. It's the failure is all on us. Actually, it looks like, hang on. Okay, these are other trucks, I think. Okay, where's this truck? Right here. Okay, this is this one. This is for probably one of his other objectives. We've got a few trucks to run. This is the one we're delivering to the Solar Radiance Lab. Let's track it. Where's that? Oh, I see it. I see it. Down this way. Here. Boom. Okay, so that's where we're going with the truck. Geez, you know, this is going to be really challenging. If you've ever driven one of these semis, pretty much as soon as we leave the pavement, we're in for, yeah, that's the way we're going. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it to probably right here where the pavement stops, and I can almost guarantee you we're going to have to meet it with the links there and tow it the rest of the way. Yeah. But let's go ahead and start driving it first. I think that's the best way to do this. Rather than building a road for it, or there's also been times where I've lifted them up with a crane to move them. Like one time there was a particularly rocky area. I was driving a semi, really rocky area, so I just brought a crane out there. It just lifted the semi over the rocks. Easier than other alternatives. It was fun, at least. In this particular case, I think our way to go is going to be, hang on a second, where's north? I think our way to go is going to be to tow this, actually. Yeah, we need to get out of the shipyard. We want to go up through here, don't we? Yeah. Okay, we want to go up through there. All right, now these trucks are pretty good. Even in sand, if they have momentum. But you lose any momentum, forget about it, right? So, yeah, I think we'll be good till we run out of pavement. But I do think this is going to be the challenging one of the objectives that we've got up there. That's why I picked it. I'm trying to get a challenge here. Yeah, we'll be fine till we get off the, you know, pavement. And if we're careful, I think we can tow it with the links the rest of the way. Uh-oh. Shift down here. Maybe we can make it through this. Oh no. Oh wow, yeah, look at the side of the truck. Maybe actually. Maybe. Just kind of hold down the gas pedal in low gear, and I think we'll get through this. Yeah, wow. I'm actually color me impressed that this thing made it through that. That's if it pulls the trailer through it, but yeah, we're good. Ooh, bust through that sand bump. We're gonna bust through these as fast as we can. We might not actually, I didn't see this hill. We might not make it up this hill, even though it's paved. It's different when it's, you know, when it's our pavement. You know, when you pave it, you can guarantee they're going to make it up there, but the paving that's already there like this doesn't have the same traction. All right, we're going to, whoa, I'm going to stop here. We're going to check the map. I'm going to make sure we're, yeah, so right here is where we leave the reservation. Yeah, right here. Oh, right there, and right where we hop off the road, there's that huge sand dune. Yeah, we're gonna, it's not gonna make it. But I'll give it a shot. We'll take this wide. Plus, we are gonna have to tow it, and this will give us a better angle to pull it from. Well, actually, I took it wide and went around that, and I'm surprised yet again. Okay, I had to stop there to check the map. I wanted to make sure I was going on the right road. And I may have screwed myself because, well, I was booking it pretty good. And I just brought it to a stop. But I had to check the map because I didn't want to be driving down the wrong road. So we'll see if we can get up this hill. But man, this thing's... I may be eating my words on this. I'm glad there's no speedometer in this game. Oh, we made it up that. Spun my tires up that whole hill. But we got some speed again. You know, this semi might just make it the whole way. Well, this didn't look paved from up below. I didn't think it was paved, but it is. Underneath that sand, it is paved.
Jeez Louise. I'm only looking at the
All right,
satellite
we just got to get her
picture and I'm
parked.
still impressed. Didn't know it was
Unless
this
we
when I
can't
read
get through
solar
something
rays
here,
down on the map.
which
Certainly
we'll
wasn't
see.
this. And to think you're bringing this back to life. I envy you again. Honestly, for starters, you only need to clear out all the debris, but still, this place is really something.
Yeah, we might get hung up here trying to get this in place. We can get it around these. So we had to clear out this area here, but we've got room to pull the semi through, I think. Yeah, if we... Man, I drove that semi all the way here. I'm eating my words big time. That was, every time I've driven a semi, I get stuck and hung up on the first stupid thing that comes along. But, there we go. Drove the semi all the way here with zero help required. Yikes. Alright, well, we, continue the quest to find something challenging, anything at all. Alright, this area, these areas here need to be cleaned out. Okay. I think the best candidate for that is bring out our heavy-wheeled crane. That thing has such big boom length and such... The big supports and the big boom length, you can kind of park that thing central here and just kind of swing that stuff out of the way like little toys. From my experience using it for that same thing. All right, so this is all cleanup stuff. We got a side op to deliver more stuff. We just delivered stuff. Let's do the main objective. Let's do the main objective. So we just did deliver stuff. Let's move some stuff with the crane, I guess. What's the fastest way out here? Oh, the way we came? I guess. Is there even anything? Oh, desert base. We come here from the desert base. No, it's out that way, but no. The fastest way here, I think, is the way we came. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to come back here to the river base. We're going to get... Do you think we're going to need more vehicles out there? You know, I think we might. I think there's a good chance that we might need more vehicles out there. So let's think ahead. We're going to go down there with this guy. So I'm going to drive this vehicle down there. Same way I just drove with the semi. And when we get this down there, we'll use this to call out the heavy-wheeled crane because we might need to bring other vehicles out there as well. All right, we have got our service vehicle, whatever you call it. That's what I call it, whatever it is. Thing down here at, yeah, our area. We got to clean this stuff up. Let's park this. Oh, we got a little spot to park this right here. And we are going to call down, let's see. We're going to get our big crane. I believe is that it right there? The big guy, HWC 945? I think so. I think that's it. Well, because what's the other one? Not that one. Yeah, I believe that's the one. Well, there's two that kind of look alike, see? And, yeah. But that's the one we want. I like the tractor crane. I really do. I think this is the best thing for here because this has got simply longer boom, hold more weight. So we can park this kind of centrally here. From one position, we might be able to swing all this stuff out of the way. Just kind of brute force out our braces here. This thing, it makes its presence known. This crane is just fun to play with because it turns everything into... I mean, moving this thing is like tossing an aluminum can, right? This crane is just awesome. This crane is just incredible. Let's see if I can oop this pipe up over that stuff. There we go. Is it going to fall off of the backside? Yeah, there we go. Got some momentum on it. Got it rolling over the backside down the cliff. That's someone else's problem now. Whoever owns the property down there, that's their problem now. Sucks it's only letting me pick this pipe up one end at a time. Yeah, it's really odd. Like, usually you can lift these. Yeah, I've moved a lot of these before, and it's always let me attach to both ends. Yeah, for some reason, did I toggle something I'm not aware of? You know, is that possible? Let me see, because I'm only getting 1 point on this crate. Is there something I don't know about that I toggled? Let me see. Yup. Yeah, there's something that I toggled. I think there's something that I toggled. Yep, there is. I didn't know that. There is a mode where, okay, so I'm going to have to go back and edit this in or something. I didn't know that until just now. There is a, so I'm going to put that in my tips video too. I didn't know that. And I've played this game for over 100 hours and I didn't know that there is a toggle mode on this where if you hold, I'm on the Xbox controller. I'm on PC, but Xbox controller. If you hold the right bumper and push toggle attach mode. Yeah, I never saw that before. That would explain why I was having such a problem with that stuff. That could come in handy too, though. Absolutely, that could come in handy. All right, so we know that now. All right. What do we got up here? Up here, yeah, this is the crane we want for this. We might be able to park this in one spot and... Ooh, okay, now it's going to take a little bit here. See if we can launch this truck over here. No, I couldn't get the momentum on it. Let's see. Let's use it. Let's practice everything I've learned here. All right, that's what we're going to do. It's all about timing. Here we go. Oh! Just barely got it out. Yeah, I made a mistake putting the crane this close to the center. I figured the center would be good. Did we get that? Maybe-ish. But yeah, let's fold this back up. I made a mistake parking the crane in the center. We want to park the crane toward the edge. Particularly, we want to park the crane toward the edge that we want to throw stuff off of. So let's... So assuming our supports are good, if our supports are good enough here, then we're in a good position to yank this stuff out of the area. Put the crane on the edge like this. We can pollute the beautiful scenery with junk. Having that one support off the ground over there is causing the crane to lurch a little bit, but we're fine. And let's get this. Yeah, so that one blue container there is, whoops, is not moving, so we got to leave it there. All right, so I brought the bulldozer down here. I'm going to see if some of the stuff can just be pushed out of the area. The crane's all right. The crane's going kind of slow. These objects are very far apart. I've definitely had these jobs go faster. This one's taking a minute for some reason. Let's see if some of these can be pushed. Might be fun. Push some stuff with the dozer. The crane, I pushed a couple of them with the crane. That's where the crane's parked over there. I was pushing this container, and it was pushing it okay. But yeah, this guy here is going to do it a little better. Plus, whoa! I carried away there. All right. Yeah, I think this here might be faster than the crane. It's always good to try any given job a couple different ways, see what works best. Let's put this on sand flattening, keep our blade down. There we go. That's how we do that. There we go. And depending, that blue one won't move. That gray one back there, I don't know, but we can get this one pushed out. Yeah, this thing is awesome. All right, so we got that area cleared out. Yeah, you know, that was working better than the crane. I worked the crane for a minute, but that was fun. Oh, now we got this back here. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Let's go check that out. Let's see what we got back there. This area is quite a mess. All right, we've got a bunch of stuff to clear out here. Guys, this is a big job clearing all this out. I'm, you know, this is a Netflix job here, right? This is where you turn on Netflix on the other monitor and just kind of chill, because we're going to be moving stuff out of here this is a lot of work. I'm going to bring the crane up here. There's no use trying to do this with the bulldozer. It'd be like mouse in a maze, right? We'll bring the crane up here, and yeah, this is definitely something where you kind of AFK and watch TV while you just kind of fling parts around. So, well, guys, today went way easier than I thought. They're making we're on the downhill part of Sandswept. I mean, there's not a whole lot left in this map. Here, let's go ahead and return to hub, and I'll show you the progress we've got here. We're definitely on the downhill part of this map, and this is when I thought it'd be getting harder, but instead everything is going really, really smooth. This job's been really fun. I've been cycling out vehicles, trying different things. I did the crane for a bit. I did the dozer. Yeah, see, we're 79%. Now, if you look at Sunken here, that map's complete at 81%. So, and that's about right. That's about how Sojourn was as well. So that's telling me these last main objectives I have may be the very last there are to do in Sandswept. This is at the point where, and that's why I expected today's first route to be really hard. It was a red wheel indicating high difficulty. The last route on this map here, Sunken, was a red wheel, and it was very difficult, or at least it was for me. But hey, whatever. Sandswept's been really fun. It's going really smooth. Almost done with it. So thanks a lot for following along and watching today. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Any input or tips or other things that you did differently, let me know. Guys, I'll catch you next time. Make sure you're subscribed and follow along. It's been a real pleasure. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.